What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 150 or more of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the mayor of Stardew Valley, and up for claiming, just like the Atlanta mayoral race, we have the mayor of Eorzea, Chris Montalbano.
We got less than 20 days.
We got the most degenerate squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
The spice must flow. It improves the mind and allows for space travel.
And we got the Ray Trace do-rag that I thought was a waffle do-rag for a split second earlier, Madrid Devon.
Mario's a dragoon.
He do be jumping. We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about the PS5. We're going to be talking about Final Fantasy XIV, as usual. We're going to be talking about Elden Ring and our experiences with different Souls Borne hero games. Stay tuned. Elden Ring. This video game.
Is it no?
Did something new with Elden Ring?
We're getting a 15-minute gameplay November 4th. So tomorrow as of recording. Yeah. And
let's fucking go. It's gonna be lit.
Hopefully they announce a date for the tech test as part of that.
And they let us know who got in, you know what I'm saying? So we can start using it as leverage.
Heck, I'm pretty sure we'll start seeing those emails tomorrow, like either now or tomorrow morning as of recording. So probably like 2 hours before servers go live.
Well, it's a 15-minute presentation tomorrow that's just showing gameplay.
What time's the presentation?
Wait, I thought when is the
we don't know
test?
yet.
That's what we don't know. So that's what I'm thinking they're going to announce is when we're getting the tech test, and then we'll probably get our invites and be able to actually give it a go. Because Bandai Namco, fuck with us. Like, gave y'all 2 email addresses. I need at least 2 codes. That's all I'm saying.
You feel me? Fuck with us. We got the reviews right here. You know, we got the opinions.
Right?
Look at these different faces.
I'll play Elden Ring.
We're all gonna have different opinions. You know.
Right?
Really break up your
we all
fan
have
base.
varying levels of Souls Borne hero experience.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
Chris,
really just love watching the game.
You've watched... Have you not even attempted to play any of them?
I have picked up the controller when a frustrated friend rage quit, and then I tried, and I was like, I get why you're pissed now. And then that is the extent of my Souls.
What do you know what Souls it was?
Dark Souls 3 base final boss, and then Bloodborne's secret final boss.
Oh yeah, that's not a good starting point.
No, not at all. Like, I had no idea eventually, after a couple of tries, I was like, oh, I understand dodge rolling or sliding to the left now. But yeah, it's not a good starting point. I think if I would play Bloodborne before Dark Souls 3, I just like...
So yeah, out of all of them...
Funny enough, I do believe Dark Souls 3 is a good starting point.
Yeah, people...
Because out of all the Dark Souls games, out of the Dark Souls games that are called Dark Souls, 3 is the one that is the best made.
Well,
so
yeah,
it's like...
Makes sense.
So playing it is a lot easier, but a lot of the difficulty with Souls games come from understanding the boss and its mechanics.
Yeah.
Like, once you learn how to dodge, what you're looking for and when to dodge, and staying on that 4/4 tempo, except if you're fighting freaking Dancer. That bitch is on 3/4, just to fuck with you. But, yeah.
Yeah, Chris, but like artistically,
Souls
I feel like you'd fuck with Bloodborne more.
Literally, if you count the beats of the music,
yeah,
you can match the enemy's attack timings.
Nice.
I mean, shit, you got a PS5, you might as well fuck around and play it. It's not gonna run any better, but you know, no load time, no load screens, at least, right?
Really hoping for a remaster.
Well, Chris, are you using external on your PS5?
Yes.
Okay, so you probably would still have load times. You'd have to like download it and then put it on your SSD to get the load time improvements, because that's what I had to do when I was playing Sekiro. Because I was like, yo, I'm playing it on my PS5, but it's like these load times I know would not be like this. Like, they were still kind of there, but it was like a drastic difference between.
And I don't want to go back.
It's not like fully going back. I will admit that, because there's a couple things that I play that I'm like, they're here, but they're not like the end of the world, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, games have gotten pretty good at that.
That's fair. I mean, I just haven't felt that of going back into a PS4 game and be like, oh, load screens. I remember this. I don't want to.
Near Replicant and Voice of Cards. 2 Yoko Taro games that I've been like, damn. Oh, and The Division. When we went to The Division 2, I was like, I had to put that shit on my internal. I was like, those load times were terrible. I know they were worse on a PS4, which is, I'm like, how did we... And Destiny's really good about it on the 5. It's like, wow. I'm actually just like here.
Yeah, that's good, because I remember playing Destiny 2, and the load screens were just terrible.
Yeah. Real bad. But yeah, so Jalen, what Souls Borne Kiro games have you played?
The only FromSoft game that I have yet to actually get my hands on in any capacity is Sekiro.
Okay.
That's the only one I haven't touched.
That's my favorite.
I've defeated at least 2 bosses in every other game, though.
Okay.
Like,
and
I enjoy them because, you know, I understand what the game is asking for me, and I enjoyed that. This game is like, hey, here's your mechanics, learn them, learn the patterns, dodge, win.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that.
all right.
You know?
What about these games doesn't have us beating them?
Well, for me, it's
I don't have the
getting the fact that I'm easily distracted by the sheer amount of content. Like, for me, the greatest enemy against my backlog is just the sheer amount of content that I can entertain myself with, both gaming and non-gaming.
Yeah, for me,
Like,
the reason is single player things for me in general are hard, because anything multiplayer that I can play with people and that's persistent and that's like continuously like has like that kind of treadmill to it, I'm like more attracted to in general. Like, I was thinking about it earlier. One of the first games to really do that for me was Destiny 1, and then after that, the next game that really did it, I guess, would have been Overwatch, then Destiny 2, then Monster Hunter. Yeah,
I mean, it's true, though. We're not going to sit here trying to rewrite history. I know what you mean, though.
Yeah.
Like, I was kind of the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's always those like single player games that were just like Breath of the Wild was one of those games that you front to back, like.
Yeah.
There's always those single player games. Yeah,
I gotta
that you're
figure
just
out
like,
what I'm about to do with this next We're about to have a lot of Pokemon.
If I get Pokemon, it's just to own it, because I know I'm not going to play that shit. SMT5 is around the corner, and that shit is reviewing.
I know.
Excellently.
Right. That's my
It's
Pokemon
reviewing
game. That's my
excellently.
Pokemon game.
I'm playing Pokemon.
I'm gonna play.
Like, I've been listening to the soundtrack that got leaked, and them songs here.
You started listening to the soundtrack?
Yeah, I couldn't help
you
it. I had to see it. I was like, I don't need context for these bangers. Like, I still have Fierce Battle from SMT3 just playing in my workout playlist, because it's just like, yeah, I'm here to fight God. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
I mean, accurate.
Yeah. God, Satan, God's
You
proxy.
have to fight God and weirdly sex.
You fight sex?
A lot of the enemy designs in SMT and Persona are really sex leaning. There's
just
a dick
Mara.
chariot.
Just Mara specifically. Just Mara specifically.
No.
There's also a goblin taking a shit. Like,
There's also the dick devil. Incubus.
Oh, Incubus?
Devil?
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's true.
AKA
Isn't there,
the strap-on demon.
Right, I was about to say they're like strap-on enemies, strap-on wearing enemies in Persona.
That's the Incubus.
Yeah.
The red
Yeah,
dude.
the dick devil.
Yeah, that's just Incubus.
Oh.
Yeah.
See,
Okay, just Mara and the obvious sex demon.
Pretty much.
Outside of those two. And Mara's don't even look like that in SMT3.
If you're looking for a series that incorporates sex in the fighting system, but only slightly.
you have to say the
curious
name of the manga you're
how.
holding up.
Oh no, I was
Hell's
gonna
Paradise?
elaborate, but
How?
it's like so.
Because you got to channel your
Right,
sex
so it goes
chakra.
off the Tao system. So with Tao, with like that energy, you can do it between two people. It doesn't have to be sex, but that's a different means of like transmuting.
It has to be intimate, though. It has to be physically intimate. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be sexual, but it has to be intimate.
Is this Baki?
So
No,
like,
Hell's
Baki's
Paradise.
homoerotic.
You didn't start reading Hell's
That's
Paradise?
the difference.
No, not
Yeah,
yet.
Baki's homoerotic. Baki's homoerotic.
so wait, is it like the first one who?
No, it's like a team.
No,
that's
it's literally
that's
like
a
charging
teamwork
chakra.
thing.
It's literally like
It's a
charging
teamwork
chakra in Naruto.
ability,
Oh,
as
okay.
opposed to like
Except,
Okay.
except instead of using hand signs and concentrating, you're using different hand signs and concentrating.
what no jutsu. What's that sensei's name? The one with the real plain,
I need to sit down and just
with the
finish
real
Hell's
plain
Paradise.
face. Yo, read it. That shit's amazing. Like I can't wait for the anime.
Right? Lord.
It's on my list. I'm gonna have to
They aren't ready. They
hop
aren't
on the
ready for
Shine
that.
Jump app because I caught up in My Hero. Because what the fuck? I caught up in Jujutsu Kaisen. Because what the fuck? I caught up in Kaiju number 8. Because what the fuck?
That shit's so fire.
The only thing that I was reading that I haven't caught back up on is Dr. Stone.
Yeah, that takes a little more time to sit down and read.
Right, Dr. Stone is like a lot more
I need to
reading.
sit back down and, yeah, I need to go back and sit down and catch up on that because the last time I read, I was in the Discord when old man was riding in Big Pimpin' in the side seat.
Oh yeah, he's clean.
Got the 3 piercings in the ear with the braided beard.
Yeah, the old man was just sauced up for no reason.
Wait, what are we talking about at this point?
Dr. Stone.
Oh, like that's I'm behind. So
No, this was
No, you're
Yeah,
further
this
than
is-
me.
just the
This is
artisan,
literally when they started the exploration arc and they started flying right before
the
they made the air
blacksmith
balloon.
dude. Like when
Oh.
they showed it, they're like, "Yeah, we have suits now, just because."
Yeah, because she was like, "Hey, I want you to." It's like because old girl was like, "Hey, you promised to build me something if I helped y'all find oil. Now you found it. What you build? I want my request." And she wanted a G wagon. That's what she wanted. Just an old man sitting to the side seat, big pimp. I can't get over that. I can't get over that.
right, is that the one time he didn't like explode his clothes off?
No,
'Cause
he
they were
did.
too nice.
No, he definitely did afterwards. Because they told him what they
He
could make out of oil
exploded
now.
his clothes off. What the fuck?
Yeah, this old dude
Flex
is
too hard.
Yeah,
he flexes like freaking Fist of the North
He's
Star.
like Master Roshi.
Yeah.
He's just like
Old
just an old looking
Yeah.
dude, and then get just buff as shit when he gets excited.
right because he likes building shit, and they're like, "I have a project that's going to be hard for you to build," and he's like, "Yeah,
It's just
fucking
it's the
difficult.
emoji
shit.
with
Give
like
it to
the
me."
fucking like you're blowing it out of your nose, like that steam.
Yeah, the steam.
Like you're a fucking bull. Yeah. Check out Dr. Stone. That was our manga tangent. There will be more.
Yeah, so Madrid,
What's up?
your Souls Borne experience for the
Oh,
uninitiated.
my manga. I'm reading Tokyo Ghoul Re right now.
Wait.
Okay, so my favorite Souls Borne game
Yes.
is Sekiro, actually, because I really Like that one really nails the aesthetic for me. That one sucks me in the most.
Mm-hmm.
Which ones have you played?
I've also played Bloodborne. I didn't do my yearly boss yet, so I probably have to go do that. But yeah, I'll knock that out.
You still got a couple of months away.
Yeah, but
No.
I like to. Yeah,
Holy
no,
shit.
not really, no.
Bloodborne is Halloween.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Fuck,
Yeah.
about to miss it.
You missed the vibe.
Nice.
No, that's the thing about
You
it.
just
We're
gotta-
still in post Halloween. It's okay. You can start playing Fatal Frame.
Or in
It's good.
post-game.
I mean,
Halloween.
that's true. Yesterday was Dias de los Muertos. So, still those vibes.
True. Vibes don't stop. But and I think I played like
You've only played
15,
and
10 minutes of Dark Souls 3.
Okay. I've played like 10 minutes of Demon Souls on PS5, like 10 minutes of Dark Souls Remastered, like 5 minutes of Dark Souls 2. Absolutely no Dark Souls 3, even though I haven't.
No Dark Souls 3?
Yeah, I haven't played any Dark Souls 3.
That one's actually good.
But I have all of them installed. I beat Genichiro and then the centipede thing after Genichiro in Sekiro, and in Bloodborne I beat Father G. So
Nice.
very short, but like I
Nice
think
little sample
Sekiro,
size.
huh?
Nice little sample size of each one.
Yeah, except 3, and I guess I could start up 3 and just.
I mean, if you got 10 minutes to kill.
Yeah. Right.
So I guess we could talk about the next thing I wanted to talk about this week. I played the new Yoko Taro game, Voice of Cards. The Isle Dragon Roars, I think is the name. The name is just
It's
long and
hit-ass.
complicated,
Let's go.
and it's a bunch of words that can be arranged in a bunch of ways. So I think it's Voice of Cards, the Isle Dragon Roars, but I could be wrong. It could be Roar of the Isle Dragon or something like that. But
So what is this game? Because that title tells me
It's a
nothing.
card game.
it is a JRPG that is a card game.
Okay, it does.
And it's
kind of-
100% made of cards, like the world's cards, like your party members are cards.
So
Everything's
literally
cards.
take the title way too seriously.
Your items are cards. Everything's cards.
Christ.
Every fucking thing.
where did
is
you
like-
play
So you mean
this?
like Chain of Memories?
Don't-
But instead of
Here are the only things that aren't cards in this game. Your player piece, which is like a chess piece. Your dice, which you have to roll dice for certain things, and your tokens, because you have like a little like mana pool.
Right. Is it
Or
a
whatever,
card?
like,
Not a card game, a
in the
phone
card.
game. Oh, it's
No,
on.
I'm playing on
It's
PS5.
on console.
It's a PS4 game, but backwards compatibility, yeah. And it's apparently 20 hours, so I was, somebody on my timeline was like, they beat it, and it took them like 22 hours. And I mean, what I've played so far, I played about an hour and a half of it. So I got through like the prologue, I got pretty much to where I think the end of chapter 1 is, and I think this is where the demo would have ended as well. Because there was a demo, but I just got the game. I was like, because it's cheap, relatively speaking, and it's Yoko Taro. It's not part of the Nier Drakengard series. Music, fire. 10 out of 10. I need the soundtrack.
It doesn't
ASAP.
matter. I'm on board. I was
Alright.
already on board with this game.
It's-
I just didn't really know when it was coming out or anything.
I was like, fuck this shit, but then I was like, I'm really curious about
Is
this
it on
shit, and
Switch?
I really like it. Yeah, it's on Switch. Apparently load times are kind of bad on Switch.
Oh.
I mean, I'm dealing with load times on PS5 because it's not on my internal. I need to see how big the file is because if it's not big, I'll put it on my internal.
But you're having a good time.
Yeah. Everything I've played so far, I was like... It's weird because I liked Hearthstone and like the battle system is pretty much just Hearthstone, which like every card game is pretty much just Hearthstone on a certain level. Like Hearthstone's kind of just Magic the Gathering and all these card games are just basically the same thing. But it's like a JRPG battle. Because you're using like fireballs and potions and shit like that, but once again, all of these are cards. It's a potion card, a fireball card.
Do you draw these cards, or do you like?
Yeah, like so, like there are random encounters. So the overworld is just a big ass table covered in cards that you're like revealing what's on the cards as you move around the overworld.
Huh. That's an interesting concept.
Yeah, like if you are into card games or you're into JRPGs or you're into Yoko Taro stuff, any of the above.
Like, I'm just trying to figure out the JRPG aspect. Like, is every encounter a card game? Like, if I was running into somebody, am I playing Yu-Gi-Oh every single time?
It's not Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not like you have your party, which everybody's a card. Yeah.
No, every card game is not Yu-Gi-Oh! Every card game is Magic the Gathering.
That's true.
Get it right.
Okay. Am I playing Magic the Gathering with every encounter? To where I'm drawing cards and I'm playing the game, and then in that I win. Huh.
Yeah, and you get experience and money, and then you keep moving around the overworld.
That's cool.
And you unveil more of the overworld as you move around.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think it's worth to try, like, if you're into any of these things. There's, like, one review for it on YouTube. So part of me is like, I kind of want to beat it and just do a YouTube review. So I'll be, like, YouTube review number 2.
I'm definitely about to play that shit, too, because all of that sounds right up my alley.
The only thing that I have a problem with the game is that it only has one voice actor. It's like the narrator. So some of the characters that I wish were voiced aren't voiced.
Oh, that sucks.
Like your character is not voiced. None of your party's voiced. None of the NPCs are voiced. It's all told by the narrator.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like being... I think the one review that I saw for it said it was kind of like being told a story. And it is, because it's like... You go into a shop and they're like... The narrator says... The shopkeep says, what are you buying? You know? So it is... But the one thing I do wish some of your party members were voiced.
You know what? That's fair.
Any of you guys...
I mean, if the music is that fire, you know.
Actually, like, check this out.
Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars.
How could I not forget?
Just go on my PlayStation profile. It's on my recently played. You can find it through that.
Going to.
It's on Steam. It's on Switch. You know. I told Robbie the other day that I was thinking about playing it, and he's like, "Really? You, that game?" I was like, thinking about giving it a try, and I'm glad I did. So far, the soundtrack, character design, like that girl in the white order, like I'm still early on, so I don't know if it can be spoilers, but the girl in the white order, I need her to be a party member at some point in this game. I need to get her card.
Is that how you get people? You collect their card and then you use their card?
I mean, I only have 2 party members so far. So, and I'm a card and they're both cards. But so I'm also a chess piece in certain instances.
This shit's wild.
They can be a meal. A meal can be a lot of things in this game. That is the real Yoko Taro, like the ball head Yoko Taro thing.
Oh. I think we were talking like, meal. Like,
Mar, I think, is your like beast companion. If you use the Nier, because you can have your main character be dressed as the main character in Replicant. You can have your female like mage. She can be dressed up as what's her name? Kane?
Kane?
I know, but
Oh, Cayenne?
Yeah.
Kane?
Cayenne. Yeah, I call her Cayenne for. You listen to her dialogue, you'll understand why.
But yeah, you can have your mage dressed up as Kane, and your beast companion is Mar. It can be just straight up a meal. So I got like the complete version that came with all the Nier stuff, and I was like, this is a lot of Nier. So I had to turn some of the Nier off so I could see the game for what it actually was. I was like, as a Nier fan, I can appreciate how much Nier I can just put into this, but considering it's not part of the Drakengard Nier universe, I can turn the Nier dial. I can turn the Yoko Taro dial down. Just play.
like appreciate the game for what it is, and then when you go through a playthrough again, just near the card game now at this point.
Right, yeah. I want to, and I think as I get further in the game, considering it only affects like my 3 main characters, I'll probably switch it on. Considering it's 20 hours, and I have like the pixel car version, so I can have like sprite versions of my characters on the cards.
McDonald's sprites?
Yeah. They be hitting.
It does, actually.
A good, clean sprite sheet is all I need to feel happy sometimes. Am I going to utilize that sprite sheet in any way? No. I'm just going to look at it. But yeah, anybody been on anything interesting now that I've gotten my voice of cards spiel out there?
I chunked away at some Ratchet and Clank.
How far have you gotten? Without spoiling too much, because I think I'm farther than you in the story, but
I met Ratchet now has a new best friend.
Okay, so yeah, I'm farther than you.
Yeah,
have you met the Juice?
No.
Okay.
I'm now on the destroyed planet with Rift. Yeah.
Rivet. Ratchet, Clank, Rivet. Fuck, I can't remember Ratchet's new best friend's name.
It starts with a K. That's right. They said, yeah, there we go. I was like, she said it. She allowed him to say it once, because up until that point, she was like, no, it's K97-P or whatever.
Yeah, but Kit.
Yeah.
You call robots by their fun short names. R2D2, C3PO, Bender.
No, those are their model names.
Those are their model names.
BB-8.
Which
model name?
Yeah, but
Bender is a Bender unit.
Wait.
Bender unit Rodrigo.
Bender is a Bender unit.
I just completely disproved the point I was trying to make in my head, because I was thinking Star Wars and I was like Finn, but it's FN.
Are you thinking of Data from Star Trek?
I'm thinking of Finn from Star Wars.
Also good reference.
I'm not a Trekkie. I think if I were to engage with Star Trek, because like some of the...
I would say watch DS9 because it's the best one.
Dirty
Just
Sprite?
watch Deep Space Nine. If you're going to watch Star Trek, watch Deep Space Nine.
Deep Space Nine is really good.
Watch my man Cisco put in work. Just watch Cisco put in work.
Is it actually Cisco? Is this like a...
No,
That would be fucking hilarious.
that would be hilarious.
Right, I was like, oh, yo, if Cisco...
No, it's Aaron Eisenberg plays Captain Cisco.
Captain Cisco.
Yeah.
I now what I pictured. What's the name of that one that's on not TMZ, TBS? It's on Adult Swim. Galactic Deep Space something? No, nobody.
Is it a comedy? Is it?
Yeah, it's like an adult animated comedy.
Oh yeah, it's something Star Trek, but I know what you're.
No,
I know where you're
it's not. It's like Star Trek.
No, it's not Star Trek.
But
what you're thinking of, Chris, is Lower Deck off of CBS.
Yeah, there we go.
Which is actually pretty good. Lower Deck is actually so much better than I thought it was going to be.
Hold on, let me
it's
see.
actually kind of
That's
hilarious.
good.
It is because these are the incompetent members of Starfleet. These aren't your important people.
Right.
These are your idiots. Getting into a bunch of idiot shit, it's like, yes, this is what we would be like on Starfleet.
okay, Lower Decks is a lot more what I'm going for. So I'm working.
Yeah, no,
is that on HBO Max?
No, I think that's on CBS All Access.
What the
CBS
fuck?
is desperately trying to sell their
They
shit.
can eat a dick. They can eat several dicks. That's not happening.
You know what?
That's where I draw the line. When you try and
I
get
mean,
me
if I go
subscribed
the
to
way
a
I handle
new
them is
subscription
with
Big
service.
old bag
The way
of
I
dicks.
handle it is when I make what I do is I just pay for 1 month, watch the entirety of what I want, then cancel it and get on with my life. I'll pay $5 to watch an entire season of.
I don't like
Lower
binging
Deck.
shit like that.
No, you don't. You have an entire month.
Is it a month? Because a lot of them just give you a week.
Yeah.
Well,
that
I'd say free
seems to
trial.
me- Oh yeah, I guess you
you
could
just
pay
pay
for.
for
I
the
didn't say
month.
free trial because
Okay, yeah,
most of
that
them are
makes
only
sense.
like most of the low tier ones that only have like specific brand stuff are only like $5.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just give them $5 for a month and be like, "Oh, pay $5 to watch a season of Lower Deck." It's better than getting a season off of Amazon.
Very true. Very
yeah, that shit's
true.
ridiculous.
Like, I'm just saying, you're better off just spending like your 1 month price, watch whatever couple shows you might find too.
Hey, man.
You got a month.
Apple One has been the GOAT lately between because I was paying for Apple Music and Apple Storage, and just for like $1 more, I got Apple Arcade and Apple TV Plus. Ted Lasso.
It's just
Great.
getting ridiculous. I really wish we had like this thing we could pay monthly for a subscription to every single like your Discovery.
Do you know what
Plus,
that's
your
going to be,
Disney.
Chris?
Cable. It's called Cable.
No, it's
Well, no,
called
actually,
Meta.
we have finally gotten into the.
Oh God,
not
damn it.
fucking meta. That's no. I will say we're finally in the true age of a la carte, and a lot of people don't know how to deal with that. Like the thing about a la carte is like if you're not watching something, you get rid of it, and then you get something you're watching.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
get that, but like everything
even now,
has one thing I want to watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were begging to be buying shit a la carte. This is what was gonna happen.
I
Instead
never
of
begged for
getting
this
an
shit.
entire package
I was
from
like, cable's
Comcast.
fine. Just lower the price a little bit.
Nah. Honestly, I think this is all right because the amount of competition.
Yeah, I liked
is
Cable
good.
when I had cable.
Cable's nice.
Having
I
Toonami,
didn't care because
Adult
I only
Swim.
watched like 6 channels, and then I had a bunch of stuff I was paying for.
At the
like
end of it
one
was
channel.
like you get on demand, so you can watch whatever you wanted to watch.
I just
Okay, so but here's the thing about it is all those streaming services that you have, if you got
I get
most
it.
of them, combined them together, it would still be less than your cable subscription.
yeah. Because all I'm doing is, I mean, Apple TV I basically consider free because it's just kind of part of
That's
things
true.
I was paying.
I mean, HBO Max for us.
HBO Max
is
is also free. HBO Max is also technically free. So it's really just Netflix, Hulu, and Crunchyroll.
Yeah. Okay, I see your point.
Speaking of which, new episodes of Way of the House Husband. It's a lot more animated in the second season if you want to pick up in the second season. Way of the House Husband on Netflix. Still 10 out of 10. We were just
Wait, that's
talking
out right
about it,
now?
and then I
The
realized
second
the other
season?
night. Yeah.
Shit.
Second season's out
See, that's
now.
the thing.
I just was on Netflix the other night. Also, Pokemon Journeys Masters.
Wait, hold on. Is that the second
Whatever.
season, or is that Netflix giving us the rest of the first season?
It feels a lot more animated. It might be Netflix giving us the rest of the first season, but it seems a lot less motion comic-y.
Yeah.
But then again, it didn't really bother me that much in the first season part, whatever.
Right.
Considering I read it as the manga, and it's just kind of like that. It's just that.
Right. Since Netflix is partnering with that studio directly, that might actually just be a second season.
But yeah, Way of the House Husband on Netflix.
And JoJo's Part
We were
5.
talking
That's on Netflix.
JoJo's Part 5. Part 6 coming soon?
Next month.
Oh, shit.
Oh damn.
Well, depends on how Netflix breaks
Right.
it down.
No, it's gonna
we
be
still
it's
not
gonna be a
know?
simultaneous release, but I mean,
Weekly?
we don't know yet.
Nah, what's probably going to end up happening is we're not going to get it for like the first.
No, it's a simultaneous release.
What they're probably going to do is they're probably going to drop a good chunk of the season now and then have us wait for the next season part of
Yeah.
it.
If anything, we might get it in chunks.
You know, like how some of the time when they were getting those live shows, they would just make us wait, then drop them in bulk.
Like, they've been dropping Pokemon in bulk, and I can't keep up.
They've been dropping Power Rangers in bulk. It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's new Pokemon in bulk. Is there new Power Rangers in bulk?
Not on Netflix. Tokusa, whatever company is still being stingy about, you know, we don't want people paying money to watch our shit. We want you to force you to pirate it so we can be mad at you.
I wish I had a story about emulating Nintendo 64 from this past week, but I feel like I'm getting old because those days are behind me. This would be a perfect time to like figure out how to
Emulation
emulate
is good for
preservation.
preservation. Thank you.
Yeah, I just
But
played the two
but I
Nintendo
feel like
64
most of the
games I
conversation
have.
that people try to have around it is more around, hey, I want this paid thing for free.
Oh no, I'm not gonna pirate. I'm really
I
just
didn't say
gonna
you.
play.
I said most of the conversation around emulation comes down back around to pirating.
Yeah.
Which is I should be able to get the results of somebody's labor for free because I don't like this company. It's like that's not how that works. Mm-hmm. It's not how that works.
Right.
Like regular people still put a lot of time and effort to make that game. Like you're not punishing Nintendo or you're not punishing the developer. You're the publisher. You're just making sure that those devs don't get to make a game.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying go support a company you hate. I'm saying don't support the company at all.
Yeah.
And like, if you're gonna not experience the game, don't pirate the game. And I mean, I know
Right.
certain people are gonna pirate, like,
No, yeah, but also that whole I'm going to pirate the game because I'm quote unquote boycotting is the lamest boycott you could do. It's like, what are you doing?
right.
You're telling on yourself of how you're not actually
Yeah,
with
you're
the
just
cause.
being a dickhead.
You're still the type of person who wants to experience the thing, but you're trying to figure out a way to make it okay. Just know you can't play that game if you're going to be with it. That's just how it is.
That's true. We're not talking about pirating N64 games, are we? I think
No.
that went directly over my head.
Well, I was just thinking, you know, with all the Nintendo 64 online and everything, well, like, one thing I could do would be to emulate a Nintendo 64 and play the actual Nintendo 64 games that I have back there.
Why not? I mean, yeah, that is an option. It just sucks that Nintendo 64 games are so expensive to buy.
Right, but I have a couple.
Yeah, that's
The thing is, I'm not yearning to play any of these games. Like, the only one that I really would want to play that I don't have ready access to is Ocarina of Time. But I have Majora's Mask on 3DS. I have Mario 64 in the All-Star Collection.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yoshi's Story was a good time on the N64.
I mean, I probably wouldn't play Yoshi's Story even if I had the expansion pack for Nintendo Switch Online, so
Yeah.
there's also that.
I don't know. Yoshi games are fine. I'll check it out.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I like you.
Oh,
like I have nothing against Yoshi.
Isn't the Animal Crossing
But I'm
DLC
just
coming
saying.
out too? Like tonight or tomorrow?
It came out. It's
Yeah,
already out. It came
it's
out.
out.
early.
Yeah, the update dropped early, so
Whoa.
So that's
yeah.
a thing.
If you haven't updated your Animal Crossing by the time you hear this, which could possibly be a week from now, update your Animal Crossing. I'm gonna update mine. I'll actually do a thing on my Switch. Is my Pro Controller alive? Yeah, it's alive. Okay, we're
Of
good.
course it is.
Right, the Pro Controller battery is still fucking unwaveringly good. Just hardy.
Yeah.
Just like a solid. Use me, don't use me, whatever. I'm gonna be here.
It's like it has the handheld battery life that you would want, you know?
I really do feel like the PlayStation 5 has that level of battery.
No. The
I mean,
PS5
It
controller
saves,
battery.
like, if you're not using it, it's saving power instead of like where my PS4, if I just like didn't use it for a couple of days, it'd be almost dead.
Oh, well, I mean, the PS5 controller does have better battery life in the circumstance of me, somebody who, like, every day, even if I'm not playing something, will turn on my PS5. Like, it's my primary way of watching YouTube. It's like now Apple Music being on there has been. Because I'll hop in the party and just wait for people to join, and they'll start coming out of my controller, but I'll be listening to music through my headphones.
Oh.
So, and certain things like Apex, I think works really well with like muting the like lobby music, or like maybe it's how I have my mix set up or something. But listening to music while playing Apex, unless things get really tense, and then it's really quick to pause. But now that because that's something we talked about last week, was the Apple Music finally coming to PlayStation, and now after a week of using it, it's really good for like just my Apple Music PlayStation 5 playing experience. I know there are a lot of options on both of those fronts. Like if you use Amazon Music and play on Switch, but it's just a good experience, because there's not even a good experience for Apple Music if you're playing on PC, because even iTunes doesn't have like the full Apple Music suite the way I wish it had it. Like the best Apple Music experience is still on my phone, but iPad's really good too, but I don't really listen to music on my iPad. My iPad's more of a
Well, I mean, that
watch
makes
video
sense.
and read. But yeah.
Yeah. Actually, in recent news, looks like Square Enix has learned to not give developers projects that don't mesh with their development style. They've
happened?
learned that giving the Avengers games to Crystal Dynamics was not the best idea, and they've learned from it.
Did they
know
say
what?
something? Because
Yeah.
I saw the
Like an article just came out.
Okay. Well,
Not just came out, but came out today.
Creative Business Unit 2. I think that's the Final Fantasy 14 team. Give us Endwalker, and I'll devour that as I wait for Final Fantasy 16. I also need that, but I can wait.
Yeah.
I really
Can
like
definitely wait.
Final Fantasy 16 is my most anticipated upcoming game. And like I was saying for a while that we needed a new mainline Final Fantasy announced after everything that happened with 15. like having 16 just look like it's gonna just be fucking Final Fantasy 16 by the best team Square Enix has. Please and thank you. Naoki Yoshida. I need whatever that man's vision is for Final Fantasy 16.
Give us more. No, I feel you there. I just remember seeing that like announcement trailer and just being like, I knew it! I knew it!
There was no way they weren't going to make another mainline game after the continual success of 14. Like, with the success of 14, you could pretty much fund anything you want.
That's the thing.
But then also, this is Square, where a game will sell 1 million copies and be considered a failure. So this is Square.
Yeah, but we're talking 20-something million active subscriptions in 14. 14 is just like insanely huge because it's the best MMO out. Like, the fact that WoW players and streamers and everybody's like, let's go to 14. And fucking Endwalker is impending. I'm so ready.
Oh yeah.
I wish I could just like zone out and like
I will say this though.
And Endwalker's in my life.
Yeah, I will say, now that you enjoy MMO combat, I would say sit down and try the storylines of Star Wars: The Old Republic, because those stories are good. You know, they're a great time.
I can't play it on PlayStation.
I'm saying right now, Old Republic has storylines that can compete with 14.
Yeah,
no, it can compete with Heaven's Ward.
But the problem is, I can't play it on my PlayStation.
Then play it on your PC.
Not the same.
Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't you? Wrong answer.
Because I'm playing 14 on my PlayStation.
Yeah, but like, I see what
And
Dan's
Apex.
saying.
Apex. The new update came out.
If
those Battle Pass skins
They
are weak,
are?
though.
Yeah,
With Stormpoint?
this season's Battle Pass is ass.
It is.
This season's Battle
is.
Pass is just objectively
My
terrible.
only hope, like, one, the Loba Prime skin, fire. The Loba edition.
I still can't get my Prime skin.
That Loba edition, though.
Prime
You can get the
Gaming.
Loba edition. That's
I got that. That's how I got my. That's how I got my Battle Pass. Yeah, I got that. The kunai.
That's just fire, though.
Please
That
and
shit
thank
is
you.
fucking flames. So,
And the charm with the 30/30 skin. Shit goes
you
down.
know, so the battle pass was the natural sacrifice here. I don't know why,
and I'm
but
fine with the battle pass kind of sucking because I have Endwalker to play. It's not
Yeah.
even out, and I've just been running dailies trying to get a 4th level 80 character. So,
Are you gonna get all 4 of those characters to 90? I mean, you're gonna have the time.
definitely the 3. Definitely my warrior, samurai, and dancer. Definitely those 3 are getting to 90, 100%. No questions
No cap.
asked.
And then you got either Reaper or Sage.
Well, Reaper and Sage are getting picked up day one. I picked up Red Mage before we recorded. Like, I'm going to have all these classes because having the option to just switch and play, like, the content that I need to play with the characters, like, having the versatility of switching has been... Now that Dancer's 80 and I just need to run near raids on my Dancer, that's really... Fuck, we should have ran a part of the near raid earlier, Chris. Part
Damn,
3,
that
we
would've
could
been
have...
actually kind
That
of
would have... Yeah. I need some of that gear for my Dancer and my Samurai, honestly.
I do want some of that near raid for my Black Mage. The later, I haven't gotten any of the 3rd near raid.
I have my Warriors decked out in 3rd near raid gear, and the only thing I don't have is the legs. But I have the boots, chest, head,
so
arms,
all I'm hearing
gloves.
is that we're talking 14 because
Well, Apex, before we move off of Apex, they got a new map.
you were literally off of it. You're talking about boots and belts.
No belts. Get these fucking belts out of here. Fuck the belts. I can't wait. We're like 19 days away as of recording from belts just being gone.
And 1 week from, and a little more than a week for SMT5. Just 8 days. Just 8 days from recording. Just 8. Just
wait.
8.
I can't wait.
Madrid, do you want to go back to Apex?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh yeah, we've been playing Apex like consistently. Like
those are my two mains.
Apex got a new map, Storm Point, which is
it's
like
I
feel
huge.
like their biggest map.
That shit is fucking huge. There's so many points of interest on this map.
Yeah, there are no jump towers.
There are no jump towers.
That's another
they get those
thing.
launch pad things, which are fucking awesome.
Yeah. Apparently, there's one jump tower.
Oh, there's
we were
one.
playing with Deshaun,
one big one?
and he says there's one jump tower on the map. I haven't seen it yet, but there's random prowlers running around on the map. So like the wildlife is crazy on this map. There's just prowlers. There's the like wyvern things that carry crates. There are a lot of those. There are spiders.
Yeah, this is it's
like,
really just an amalgamation of like everything that you've learned with each map.
Give us Titanfall fucking
And
3.
just put
Y'all
them
can't keep putting heat
what
like
part
this.
of EA don't like selling $60 games anymore that aren't microtransaction cities? Don't you understand,
dude?
And those games don't fly no more.
Make it a purchase
No,
in
they're not going
Apex
to.
Legends. Let me buy the Titanfall 3 pack in Apex Legends.
Didn't they make a Star Wars game that was a $60 game that didn't have a bunch of microtransactions in it?
Yeah.
So like
they're making a second one.
Respawn once again. Titanfall 3. I know it's not.
Yeah,
close
but let me rephrase. Let me add a little more nuance to this. EA wasn't going to pull that shit on another Star Wars games after Battlefront 2. There was no way in hell they were going to try and pull that shit on another Star Wars game. That's Fallen Order in my mind is the exception. Because there was no way EA was going to pull that shit on another Star Wars game.
That's fair.
Not after the whole fiasco that was Battlefront 2,
right?
And the fact that 1313 never came out.
But now that Respawn has done a solid Star Wars game for EA,
I think they only did that
making
because
them
it was
bank
Star
on
Wars.
Apex, and like the amount of stuff that Respawn specifically is doing for EA.
They could do it, but they're not going to because EA wants that consistent Battle Pass money. They're not going to let them make another shooter that's going to allow them to divert time and attention.
They're letting them do
Pass.
that in Apex. Did you play the Bloodhound event?
Yeah.
You did the story part of the Bloodhound event? So they're letting them do that. They didn't get paid. Like, EA didn't make any money off of any of that stuff. If you see the kind of shit that's going down in the new map is Titanfall as fuck. Like,
I know, but what I'm saying is you're not going to get Titanfall 3. Whatever, it's like, and I'm saying you're not going to get. And my main point about this, before I lose track of what I was arguing, is we're not going to get Titanfall 3.
We're going to get Titanfall 3.
Fallen Order was Fallen Order because it was a Star Wars game.
And there's going to be a Fallen Order 2.
What about the Dead Space remake?
Yeah, but once again.
And the Skate reboot.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's my. But here's the big thing about it is none of those games are shooters. That's my point.
Dead Space is technically a shooter.
None of those games are shooters. EA isn't going to develop another shooter that's going to take attention away from their cash cow.
Yeah, but you can still make money on a multiplayer mech shooter.
It could be. I could take Titanfall 3 as just a single player.
Yeah, it's like you make money on the multiplayer.
Battlefield doesn't have a campaign this year.
It doesn't even have a campaign. It's $60 fucking, or is it $70?
It's $70
fucking dollars for just some online.
With that's gonna additionally have a battle pass. Like, I'm willing to play.
Why wouldn't it?
That's the thing. They could sell Titanfall 3 and the multiplayer just be Apex, because between Arena and Battle Royale, like, Arena is...
Here's the thing about it, though, is we could think of a million ideas that they're not gonna do. Like, that's the thing about it.
I think we're going to have Titanfall 3 in the next decade.
They're not going to cannibalize their player base like that. That's
They're
the thing about
doing
it
it with Battlefield. What are you talking about?
Battlefield players don't play Apex.
It's a first-person shooter, literally 1-to-1. Battlefield people who move to Apex are going to go back to Battlefield and leave Apex.
I don't think Battlefield's going to take off like that.
I don't think so either. It's bad. And I played the beta. I don't think it's going to take off, but it's going to take away from
Battlefield
Apex.
Niggas?
14's going to take away from Apex.
I was. Back in Badco, I was. Back when Bad Company was out, that was
my shooter. People who fuck with
out.
Battlefield fucked with the demo or the beta or whatever. So they're locked in.
No, the beta was trash. I played that shit. The beta was garbage.
Yeah,
the beta was a buggy piece of shit.
On Battlefield, people who love Battlefield,
they're still gonna get that shit.
I play more shooters than everybody else on the podcast.
Okay, that's not true. That's not dissuading them from going out. Your input on Battlefield doesn't affect the people who like Battlefield.
Yeah, but Madrid, do you think that part of the people who play Apex right now also are interested in Battlefield?
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, if you shot something somewhere, you probably shot them fucking somewhere else too.
Right. As somebody who wasn't playing Apex to play the Battlefield 2048, 2142.
Who cares? We're not gonna play it.
Yeah, definitely not.
But yeah, I hope with this level they either add more people, because this map is big enough to like justify it and you can get some fun things happening, or maybe even like let you drop in with four people on a squad.
That's what I was saying, was this map feels like it can facilitate larger scale
and it can
modes.
facilitate Titans, but that's besides the point.
It can facilitate straight up
110%, especially with those little launch pads. Yeah. Like
What's
those
it
gravity,
like? And the fucking Ash is just fucking Ronin from Titanfall. Like, the amount of Titanfall that is in this game now between Valkyrie and fucking Mirage.
I know, but I'm saying is I think EA would make more money dangling Titanfall stuff over your head to keep you invested into Apex. Because the moment Apex start falling off, hey, we might put some Titanfall stuff back in here. Ooh.
But that's not what's making me play Apex. Apex is what's making me play Apex.
I'm not saying it's working on you. I'm saying what they're doing.
Also, Ash is fine.
All I say is in the next 10 years, we will have a game called Titanfall 3. That's all
I don't think so, because I remember Respawn saying that their new project wasn't going to be called Titanfall.
Yeah, they have like 4 projects in the works at all times.
Well, the one that was specifically linked to Titanfall is not going to be called Titanfall, so we're probably not going to actually get another Titanfall.
They are
game in the same universe, probably, but not another Titanfall.
I know for a fact right now that Respawn is working on Jedi Fallen Order 2. They're probably working on a new VR game for EA and for Meta. And
I'm not downing any of that. I just don't think the Titanfall one is going to be Titanfall. I think attaching that to Titanfall is the problem.
No, Titanfall 3 is going to happen, and it's going to sell.
Titanfall 3.
It's going to be great. I'm going to AFK.
Are we going to do a steak dinner? Steak dinner bet?
Well, in the meantime, Ash is fine.
And
I'm not saying EA ain't making. I'm not saying Respawn ain't making cool shit. It's just one of those things where it's like I feel like trying to. It's kind of like how every single time Smash Bros announced they was having a direct, everyone immediately started listing off characters that should have been in there.
But my point.
I think it's
my main point right now is just that.
I mean, but that's a little.
This new
different.
shit is kind of fun. And I'm gonna keep playing some more Apex. I don't care. I don't really care about the battle pass, but Apex and 14 right now.
So wait, Ash? Did they do something to Ash? You were just saying Ash is fun.
She's a new character.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me.
Fresh, just dropped.
Fresh, just dropped. Okay.
Fresh out the pot.
Talk about it. Because I know I'm
Okay,
fucking...
so her lore is she's been in the midst of so much fuck shit. I'm saying ever since she got turned into being a simulacrum or whatever, it's just makes you insane because we fought her in Titanfall.
Essentially, with that, you used to be a human, and then like they rip your consciousness and put you into a robot.
Yeah, and I want to say it was Watson's grandmother who did it to her in the first place.
But Ash,
that's why she stabbed Watson like that in the trailer.
Though, because she's the one who pushed Horizon and left her to die in a fucking black hole.
That's why That's why I treat Ash the same way I treat Valkyrie's father. I whooped your ass for a reason, and I will do it again.
What the fuck?
Chris, have you played Titanfall 2's campaign?
I played 10 minutes of it.
You should just play it. Really good. Play it on PC.
I think I have it on PS4.
Yeah, I mean, you can play it backwards compatible on PS5. It's still a great game, no matter how you slice it. And it'll make you know the guns in Apex, because they put the car in Apex. The car SMG, it takes light and heavy ammo.
Actually, I forgot to say also with the last update with the new season, they accidentally changed the console aim assist to the PC.
We didn't notice when we were playing.
I was hitting them wingman shots.
that's you did notice you started hitting the wingman.
I'm like, damn, no,
PC has less aim assist than.
Yeah, I know. It's and this is the funny thing about it is, as someone who plays a little bit of Apex on controller on PC, I mean, with less aim assist, it's things like precision weapons are a bit more accurate with the less aim assist.
Oh yeah,
because those little micro movements that'll help you land your shots.
Fucking.
It ain't.
Huh?
I don't think Apex is cross progression.
It's not. We need it. It's on their roadmap. So if they give me cross progression, I can finally play it on
Switch the way the good Lord intended.
I'd play if I were to play it anywhere other than PS5 because they need cross progression to do the next gen versions. And so if I were to play it anywhere other than currently PS4, PS5 when that version comes out, the other place I'd play it is Steam. But I'm not about to just start over on. I can't, like, these persistent games, I can't just start over. Give me cross. Let me take my save with me everywhere.
Okay, so is that why we haven't gotten the next gen version yet? Because they have to figure out cross progression.
Yep. Absolutely.
Cross progression. That's my theory. Like,
they have to figure it out.
No, they have to figure it out.
They have
if you're upgrading your console and then you lose all that, you would lose. Nah, you can't sacrifice your. Because remember, PlayStation, the PS4 had one of the largest install bases of any console.
Yeah.
So there's no way they're going to lose that install base converting from PS4 to PS5.
Because even originally, they said that cross progression was not. Like, they were like, we don't know if we can do that. Essentially,
I just don't
they
understand.
have to figure it out.
Is that just on the EA's end that you're just like?
It's probably how the game is built.
It's a money thing. It's a money thing. Somebody.
Yeah, it's a money thing.
Most likely, Sony
because also you got to think about the cuts that those companies are getting off of buying off the shop. Because each of those shops give a cut to the. Yeah, so it's like who's getting the cut? Who's getting what portion of the pie
Sony wants
here?
a bigger cut because it's EA, and EA doesn't want to give Sony a bigger cut. And that's how it's playing out. Because Call of Duty lets you do it.
Heck, that's how this has been playing out the entire time.
Yeah, and I mean, that's...
Remember Rocket League?
Activision...
Wait, no, it was Fortnite that straight up said it was because of Sony.
Activision and Epic have both been willing to pay the bill to make it happen. And that's why games like Dauntless that run on Epic's architecture work. But considering EA has yet to have a game have the architecture to do it, so like all of Epic's games do it at this point. So Rocket League, Fortnite, I think even Fall Guys does it at this point. And like games that run on Unreal that have cross progression and cross play, they run on, like, that's part of Unreal. And Unreal 5 will just open that up to any game running on Unreal 5 to have it. But I don't think Apex is going to convert to Unreal 5 to make it happen. But the thing is, Epic paid, like, in the Fortnite versus Apple, like, Epic versus Apple court cases, we found out that Sony's like, we're down for it. Y'all just got to pay us, mega corporations. And Epic paid them. Activision paid them. So, like, these companies have games that have cross progression and crossplay and all of this out of the box because they paid Sony their cut. And so all it's going to take, but because it's EA, Sony probably wants a bigger cut than they even wanted from Epic because they own part of Epic. So, and EA is just not willing to pay it. But I think it's getting to the point that EA is going to be on a trend of losing money because of the Apex player base not having an optimized version of the game, especially as these next-gen consoles become more readily available. Because we saw in the last week, 13.4 million units of the PS5 are out. This shit's about to outsell the Wii U. It's the fastest-selling console in U.S. history. It's doing better than PS4 numbers in the same time frame, and we're supply constrained, and there's scalpers and all of this, but their scalpers apparently were worse. Like, if you look at the numbers, like, just pound for pound comparing PS4 and PS5, PS4 had more scalpers because bots were more effective back in the era of the PS4, and the PS4 sold less, not like it was supply constrained, but not as severely supply constrained as the PS5 has been. And like, more people are adopting the PS5 and Series X faster, I feel like, than people picked up the PS4 and Xbox One.
Part of that
still in
is
the pandemic too.
Part of that, funny enough, is the pandemic, because when a lot of people got stuck in their houses, we got a whole bunch of fresh gamers. There were some people who never had the time or the chance to sit down and start seeing how vast the ocean of video games are.
Yeah, new hobbies.
To the point where they're like, I never thought I'd like video games, but ever since I started playing Nier Automata, I fell in love with it. I like PS5.
That, and then the whole, like, fuck, I lost my train of thought. The whole hype cycle in and of itself, that's what it is. Like, the sheer, like, need to be inside of the hype sphere. Like, you get sucked into the zeitgeist of, like, oh, I gotta get the PS5.
Chris, did anybody email me? Did anybody email us talking shit for me talking shit about Battlefield?
You know what? Let me get into that.
We just got like 100 emails from Battlefield fans.
Right, we got 100 emails. But like, fuck.
It's the same one person.
Have to put this.
Y'all can. I do have a thing. I think part of it could be a kind of keeping up with the Joneses in a way of, like, PS5 and Xbox Series X are so hard to find. Anytime anybody could find one, they're automatically just going to buy it because it's like, I have one and you don't.
Well, the PS4 was also like that, and especially in the early days. Like,
not in this severity. I'm like,
it's just, the reason it feels different is because the PS5 is more expensive than the PS4 was at launch. My digital is the same price. That's why I don't feel. I feel because through the upgrade cycle.
But then also, like, scalpers have significantly gotten worse between generations. Like,
no, they've gotten less effective because there are more protections against them now than there were.
No, I mean in general. I'm not just talking about the PlayStation in general. I'm saying, like, I'm not talking about the PlayStation specifically. I mean in general. That's part of the reason why it seems like scalpers
not even just bots,
are doing
but
so
just
much,
like,
because we hear about scalpers on everything.
Yeah, people have ways to get
true.
in, and, like, even if they're getting like 1 or 2 extra consoles, they're still getting it to flip it.
I mean, I've been hearing, just through listening to podcasts and stuff, like, the amount of people who they're at the point that they're like, yeah, because all the people who got an extra console at launch, like I sold my console for $100 extra. Like I could have probably made like the entire cost of my console.
No, I'm not saying they got one or two total. They got 1 to 2 per like every time a drop happens. Like they're able to get in like with Walmart or something like that. Yeah,
but the value of scalping prices is dropping, so less people are going to be scalping. There's other shit you can scalp now. You know, there's the OLED Switch that people are probably paying a premium for. Like, I know the PS5 still is one of those, like, things, but they're becoming a lot more common.
Yeah, they did say they were going to have more restocks, like, coming in the next... I guess, 2 months? the next 6 weeks?
I mean, it's been... They're going to try and continue being the best-selling console as long as humanly possible. Because if the Switch...
There was a Walmart one on, like, Tuesday? Monday?
Yeah, I did see a Walmart one this week.
Yeah, but I heard Walmart was the worst.
PlayStation Direct. That seems to be the... Like, a lot of people who've gotten it after launch went through PlayStation Direct, and it's 2-day shipping, and apparently shit just gets there and gets there fast and efficiently.
That's all you can hope for, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. This is just all coming from EA doing crossplay. I think EA is about to be at a point where they stand to lose money by not having cross progression.
Well, yeah, because of the consoles. It's the console upgrades. Because if you cannot transfer your stuff for when you get your console upgrade, you're losing that install base.
Yeah.
Just wholesale.
But that's also the thing about backwards compatibility, because I've been playing the PS4 version on my PS5. Apex is one of my most played games on my PS5.
People are going to stop playing Apex because.
But the thing is, I'll be upset if there is a PS5 version of Apex out that's running at higher resolution and frame rate, and I still have to play the nerfed PS4 version because they don't have cross progression.
Right, but probably wouldn't have that problem specifically going from PlayStation to PlayStation because it's probably just set up as a Sony account and not as a PS4 account.
Yeah.
And so, the conversions would just work because it's still PSN.
In theory.
In theory?
That's
but
a very
it's also like
theory.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a sensible...
That's my practical application of that theory is me thinking that we're going to get the next-gen upgrades when they get cross progression, because if you happen to switch sides, you really should just be able to have access to your content wherever you go. And that's just how I feel about these live service games. Yeah. I felt that way about Overwatch for a long time. I was like, if it had crossplay and cross progression, I'd probably hop over to PC, see what that's hitting on, experiment more with it. But I primarily played on PlayStation because all my cosmetics and limited time items and all that shit were on PlayStation. All right. Yeah. I mean, we've been going for a while now. Anybody got one more thing? I feel like we hit some solid subjects. We hit the Elden Ring, hit the PS5 supply, we hit the other things that my brain is blanking on. Bloodborne.
Yeah. 14.
14. Always a 14.
Did I talk about being Heavensward?
No. So you rolled credits on Heavensward.
Yay.
Oh, yeah. Fucking A.
Yes. Finish the Dragon Song War.
Excitement there was way more excitement pre-episode. And
I feel like it's just being shoehorned in now.
That's exactly why I was saying. I was like, just don't say anything.
It's just being kind of like shoehorned in, But I beat it. Yay. I was thinking about like just going balls deep into Stormblood, but maybe I should play some.
That's all you need to do.
At least make it to Kugane.
Yeah, I'll at least make it to Kugane, because like new games are about to come out, and I need to go ahead and start playing those. And I did actually play a couple hours of Metroid Dread. I beat like the first few bosses, and that shit's actually really fun. Like at first I was kind of like, no. Actually, at first I was like, yeah, this is cool, because like the opening cutscene, like you run into the first I don't know what the fuck they're called, thing with a gun on its arm, and y'all get into a scrap. Like the cutscenes are really cool.
Bounty Hunter. Apparently that's the character from Metroid Prime Hunters.
Wait, say that character again?
No, it's like a native from that planet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, what's the name?
I don't remember.
Yeah, neither
Do you
of us
remember
are
what
sure.
it looks like?
Tribal.
Tribal. I don't know.
But they also have technology. So, like an
I mean,
Alagon.
you're on a
Sci-fi.
Chozo research planet. Like, quick thing on the lore of, like, Metroid is... So, Metroid Dread takes place after Fusion.
Right.
So, we're still dealing with the X-Parasite, which is the reason why the Chozo created the Metroid in the first place.
Chozo.
The X-Parasite
It was
eats
the
you and
Chozo.
transforms
It was
you.
the Chozo. The thing about the X-Parasite, it's
heck, that motherfucker who showed up and jumps you in the beginning of the game is the
that's
Chozo.
what I was talking about.
Like, literally, one of your adopted relatives comes and stomps your ass out, steals your shit, and dips. Oh yeah, Samus was adopted by the Chozo after Ridley murdered her parents.
No.
And that's why Samus' suit can integrate into everything, because it's Chozo modified by Space Federation. That's why you can fire a beam into a door and it'll open.
Yeah, it's definitely fun though. I'm gonna buckle down and play some more this weekend. Just chill, lay down on my bed, throw on some Netflix in the background.
That's the best way to play these games.
Season 2.
This has me wanting an OLED even more now. And then with SMT like around the corner, I'm thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. I want it, but I also know that I can't do it in good conscience. I'd do it and then regret it. So it'd be like a 24-hour of like, oh, I tried out all the games. Wow. Right back in the dock. To start collecting dust.
I mean, I don't really play my Switch much off dock because I have it integrated into my PC setup, so it's like
Same.
I'm just sitting where I'm sitting right now, leaned back with the controller.
Right. I pick up my Monster Hunter controller, and it's Switch mode. I pick up my PlayStation controller, and it's PlayStation mode. If I really, really want to get into it, Vita on hand, 3DS on hand, PC, mouse and keyboard right here. I don't have an Xbox controller as part of my desk currently, but it's in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Hit
It
up that
depends.
design lab.
I might
super easy to
I
pull
might
out my
just get a
Switch.
Series S or X and then take the Xbox One controller out of the bedroom and add it to my desk and use the Series S or X controller with the Series S or X.
I don't know. I think about getting a new Design Lab controller.
Yeah. I just love fucking around in there.
I'm thinking about getting the
Right.
Series S, honestly. Because finally we have a new TV on the way. So we're not going to be off the shitty TV. And so I'm thinking of Series S because it does 4K for all the streaming apps. And that's primarily what we use that Xbox for. And the Series S is cheap enough that... And I'll get a new controller. So, win, 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 win.
Get your 4K streaming
you can get
device
the
and a new
little-
controller.
Plus, you can hit up Game Pass every once in a while and be like, I want to
I
play
don't
this.
even need that, Just movies.
You
The
do.
shit that
you
I
need
would-
Game Pass.
No,
You need
I
Game
don't
Pass to
need Game
experiment
Pass.
on fucking games.
No, I don't.
I'm going to say this right now. Anton does not need Game Pass.
Yeah, you're
all
right.
the
He just
games
buys
that I
shit and then never plays it anyways.
all the shit I would potentially play on Game Pass, I've legitimately played on PlayStation. Like Tetris Effect Connected, like I've actually anything that I would be like, oh, let me check it out on Game Pass. When I had Game Pass, all the things that I did check out on Game Pass, except exclusives, like so. But I own the Master Chief Collection on Steam, so like outside of Gears. So Gears is pretty much the only thing that is on Game Pass that I don't have access to that I'd want to fuck around with. Gears and Forza, but I'm thinking of getting Forza 5. It depends. That one's kind of up in the air.
I guess I look at Game Pass differently. I like scroll through Game Pass and be like, this trailer looks cool. I don't have to buy the game. I'm just going to play it.
But I am so on top of gaming news. I know what all these games are, what they review like what they play like. Like I get the concept
what reviews are like. I mean, I want to watch the trailer and be like, okay, that looks cool. I'm going to play it.
I feel like
I don't even have to watch the trailer for everything.
I feel like you're less tapped in on smaller indie games, though. I feel like you missed out on some.
I'm wearing a Donut County shirt right now.
Yeah, but Donut County, didn't the dev get on like literally your favorite podcast that isn't us?
Yeah, but I played the game before that.
Yeah, but I'm saying is there's some stuff on here, some really balling indie games that I feel like you have missed.
All of the indie games I've played is because of Game Pass.
But like After Party,
give it a great platform.
After Party was something I checked out on Game Pass, but I got it on PlayStation to actually play.
Have you tried Curse of the Dead Gods yet?
Why?
No, but what is Curse of the Dead Gods?
Hades style game.
I have Hades,
Except
and I'm pretty sure
Greek
Hades is higher quality.
It's either Aztec or Mayan. I can never remember which because I'm a filthy American.
No, I think it's Aztec. That game. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna play that.
It's a good time. If you enjoyed Hades, Curse of the Dead Gods is a good time. I'm just gonna say it.
But I didn't have the time to beat Hades.
That's a shame. Wait, you didn't roll credits on Hades? Dang, I forgot about that.
I actually haven't either. I only beat Hades like 2 or 3 times.
I haven't even beat Hades once.
Dang. See, I think this is also like a small difference between like the types of games that Chris and I are playing versus like how we're let me rephrase. I think this shows the Game Pass discussions kind of shows the differences in how we approach what games we're trying to play.
Yeah. But
and I find that interesting. Like Chris, you're using Game Pass like Blockbuster, and I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's cool and all, but the thing is, Madrid's using me like Blockbuster.
I am. I would fuck with Game Pass.
Well, you give yourself out like Blockbuster. That came out wrong.
I'm not against, like, the thing is, like, if I'm into a game, I can support the developer directly by getting the game, and then even like there are games that I will get just because I want to support the developer and what they're doing with that game more so than actually having the like motivation to play the game, you know?
No, but I guess I can see from your point of view.
Yeah, I'm not just... And the thing is, I'm consistently playing games. That's the thing. I'm on my PlayStation every day.
Yeah, I didn't say that was the problem. I was just... Game Pass does really great things. Put you in a space to play games.
Do you want to play a large variety of smaller games, just a whole lot of bunch of different stuff, or do you want to devote yourself hardcore to a couple of specific games? And I think that's the major difference between the two of you.
Yeah.
Chris wants to try a little bit of everything. He wants to experiment with everything. Anton's dedicated to the games he plays.
Yeah,
what games he's playing,
I'll be aware
dedicated.
Of everything else. I
didn't say you weren't. But we're talking about like... Yeah. Not necessarily awareness, but actual gaming habits.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm way more of a multiplayer, social, persistent game player than Chris is. which is why, like, Chris, I'm going to just... I need to destroy Endwalker in a way that you physically can't, because I need to surpass you as the mayor of Eorzea.
I mean, you can.
Okay, here's the trial. Here's the trial. To become winner of the cheesy, to be crowned the true leader, mayor of Eorzea, is going to be the first person to afford a house, to get a house, or to figure out how to get all that shit. That's what it's going to be. You got to get some property.
Apartments don't count.
Yeah, apartments don't count.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no apartments.
Anton can spend fucking 24 hours sitting at a property waiting for it to go up.
Yep.
Clicking every second. That's on him.
Yep.
I do not want to do that. Because
okay.
I know the
if Chris
extreme.
I accept the challenge.
I know the extreme that comes from it. Me as a 14 player knows what that takes to get a house, and I'm not about that life. If you were like, when the relic weapon comes out.
If that were the challenge to become the mayor of Eorzea.
Actually, okay.
No. We're not moving the goalposts.
No, I'm not moving the goalposts. I'm changing the goalposts. It's not being moved, it's being changed entirely. Here's let's change it to something a little bit more fair. Because Chris doesn't want to participate at all, so there's no point.
Okay, fine.
I mean, I'm going to enjoy Endwalker.
Oh no, Anton, anyway.
I could probably still do it.
I'd do it.
Okay, so here's the challenge. Okay, so Endwalker comes out in 19 days. So you have until April. I'm giving y'all till April. Most extreme weapons wins.
Most extreme weapons?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
So like Alexander Extreme, the ultimate weapons. Alexander Extreme, Coil Extreme, freaking... Yeah.
Okay.
Those. Whoever has the most of those wins.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that's his bread and butter, because literally all he does is old content. He doesn't like to do new content.
Oh, what are you talking about? You haven't even done the weapons, Chris. You haven't done all of the Eden raid.
Have you gone into Boja yet? Have you?
Yes. I actually went into Boja and started Boja stuff, so you can't even. But I've done all the Eden raid.
What's your medal in Boja?
I had no clue. Couldn't tell you.
Because you don't even know what I'm talking about. That's in-game. That's in-game Shadowbringers, motherfucker. Like,
that is from grinding to 70 to 80. With somebody with more level 80 characters than you, I got bigger fish to fry. I'm trying to get my gear score up by raiding.
That is your bigger fish.
I'm getting better gear from the raiding I'm doing going towards Endwalker than doing Boja would give me right now.
Okay. I have a way better weapon than you do. And actually, my gear is better because I've been doing tomes. My Black Mage is stacked.
Okay.
See, but Chris.
I do more in-game stuff.
Chris. But the thing you got to remember is you're only going to be able to get about 3 per class. That's where the game comes in. You're only going to be able to get at max 3 per class. Because I want to say there's only 3 per class.
Yeah.
Right. Jawan's saying that for Ultimate, Bahamut, and Alexander, I'd need to get together a team. I would hit a...
Yeah,
I'm in a class where the link
rates.
shell. Like, that's why... So if it's more stuff like that, even though that's old content, that's stuff you'd have to...
But also, you will be level synced. That's another thing about it.
No.
Is you will be level synced when you're doing it. No, yeah.
No.
Yeah, you have to be level synced to get those weapons. Yeah. They're not regular drops. They come from actually doing Savage. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
All right, so neither of us are going to have any.
I'm just going to run old content to do it. No, you have to be synced.
Oh, shit.
You got to do this properly.
According to Jawan,
I made this challenge real.
My warrior gear is better than your Dark Knight gear.
But remember, only four. There's only 4 per character.
I don't have Bojan
So if you really want to win, you need to have multiple characters that are able to do this, and you got to do this on multiple characters. This is where the game comes in.
My after this, let's hop on 14. I guarantee my item level on my warrior is higher than your black mage item level.
Wait, you don't even have to log in. Just log into Mog Station. If you want to compare item levels, just log into Mog Station.
Oh yeah, that's true. Open that app.
But yeah, that's the game. So you two can tussle.
I'm not doing that shit. And I'm pretty sure Chris isn't either. And if Chris does 1, I'll do 2.
Oh, because we'd have to get
so nobody's
we'd
okay.
have to
I
get
will
a team
say
in there.
Once you get the item, send me an image.
Okay.
Okay, Chris will send you one.
I'll keep track of it.
Yeah. I'm just going to have to up Chris by 1.
But that's the thing about it is neither of you are going to tell the other.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Need y'all to really feel it, get the emotions into it.
I feel like I play with I guess I play the game more with you than with Chris.
Yeah. But I was also like cracked out on that game living off 3 hours of sleep, so.
That's true. Oh, I gotta switch to another.
Chris believes in sleep.
All right.
I do. I love the fuck out of some goddamn sleep.
Sleep is
now,
death.
I will say this: my weakness are
commitment.
naps, though. Naps are my kryptonite now. It's kind of ridiculous.
Nap.
Like a good 2.5 hour nap.
All right. Remember, you can follow us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. I'm sorry for ranting about 14 for so long.
No, we're not. We're going to continue to do this. Endwalker is in 20-something days. It will only get
19.
worse. Anton's on the soapbox now.
It is.
On the sandbox. I am on the sandbox. 19 days, 8 hours, 28 minutes from time of right now. You can follow me on Twitter at Anton6 with 3 X's. Best believe I'm going to be tweeting about Endwalker. Chris, where can people find you?
Chef and Chris.
Jalen.
Squid Bishop.
Speedwagon X.
All right, remember, stay away from my Twitter if you're afraid of Endwalker spoilers, because I'm going to save screenshots for 24 hours before I release them upon the world, so that's your safety net. It's 24 hours. This has been a No It's Good production. The video version is edited by Lana Twisted Mind. The audio version is edited by Iknowjones. Until next time, keep it cheesy.